If you go out and you sell marijuana in the streets, are you a good person or a bad person? Is it illegal? Do you go to jail for it? Right? Well, in America it was the same thing. I had a lot of friends growing up. They got locked up. They did hard time because they were selling weed. Right? When we talk about morality, we hear this term a lot nowadays. I'm atheist, but I'm a good person. You guys hear that? Raise your hands if you've heard that before. I'm just trying to see who's paying attention. You never heard that in your life, in the back? Really? No, nobody ever said I'm a moral atheist to you? All right, you hang out with a lot of Muslims, I get really, right? So, when you say you're a good person and you're an atheist, right? The question gets to be, what does it mean to be a good person, right? If I sell drugs to support my family, am I a good person? Well, to my family I am. They're eating because I'm selling drugs. But to the government I'm not because I'm selling drugs. Okay, let me ask you something. Be honest. I don't want you guys to fake. I don't like fakeness. I'm real, right? According to the government of the United Kingdom, if you go out and you sell marijuana in the streets, are you a good person or a bad person? Is it illegal? Do you go to jail for it? Right? Well, in America it was the same thing. I had a lot of friends growing up. They got locked up. They did hard time because they were selling weed, right? Today in America, you have corporations that sell the same weed. In fact, it's a lot stronger now than it was back in my days, right? They got that synthetic stuff, right? They do the exact same thing. They're selling the same drug that my friends went to jail for, but they go and have dinner at the White House. Yeah, they pay taxes on it. The government gets their cut. Just like our drug dealers had to give taxes to the mafia and all that, they give it to the government. So they're doing the exact same thing. They're selling drugs. Same drug, if not worse. One is having dinner with Trump and Harris, and the other is doing 15 years in prison. Well, why? Is it wrong to sell drugs? Well, if it is wrong to sell drugs, which I believe it is, then why is it okay for a pharmaceutical company to sell the same thing? Because see, then morality becomes subjective, right? Is it wrong to kill somebody? Raise your hands. You don't think it's wrong to kill somebody? Yeah, you kind of think, your head not really, it depends. All right, just say somebody who's never done anything wrong to you, right? Right? You agree, young man? All right, good. Huh? Well, you too? All right, that's a little bit. So, EDL around here? I'm just kidding. Huh? Right? Now, you know how many children are aborted every year in the UK? How many children are killed in America? Late-term abortions. Children with heartbeats, children with lungs, children with a conscious, children where the ruh has been blown into them are killed. Hundreds of thousands every year. More children, innocent, they've never done anything to you, no fetus ever stepped on your shoe, no fetus ever did you wrong, are murdered legally. More than guns kill, abortion kills. But is it wrong? Right? In Western society, no, it's not wrong. In the UK, you can go get an abortion. It's legal. And the one murdering that baby is getting paid good money for it by NHS. Right? And you can't even get a dental appointment, I'm just kidding, right? So what does that mean? You see, when morality becomes subjective as an atheist, you have no morality. If you're an atheist, I want somebody to play the role. I know you're all Muslims, inshallah, but play that role with me, right? If you're an atheist, tell me why it's wrong to kill somebody. Go ahead.
Because humans have an intrinsic value.
All right. Who gave humans that value? Why is it okay to kill a chicken, but not okay to kill a human as an atheist?
Because humans are autonomous.
Chickens are not? You think chickens didn't exist until we had farms?
Well, humans have free will more than animals do.
Really? As an atheist, how would you prove that? How does a human have more free will than a horse or a cow?
Biologically, we have
Free will, not biology.
no. I'm saying there's a part of our brain that we have that allows us to think about our own thoughts. That
Okay.
Animals don't have.
Many animals do, actually. In fact, many animals have a more advanced, like dolphins and whales, ability to look at their own situation. In fact, they can communicate on levels we cannot. Right? Many animals have other abilities, like dogs, where their smell receptors and their brain's ability to process them are more advanced than humans. Bats, for example, can echolocate better than us. But that doesn't affect free will, right? We have the same amount of free will as a cow, right? In free will standard, not development of human brains. Many animals have bigger brains than us and have developed parts of brains that we haven't. So why does our life become any different than theirs?
Because our ability to reason and to express our reason gives us something which animals don't have.
How is that? You think animals can't reason? Of course they can. You think they don't live in prides and families?
If they can, we can't understand it.
Why not? Of course we can. For example, an animal that calculates risk to their pride or their children are reasoning.
How would we know the calculation at risk?
Well, of course, because we can observe them. That's what science does, right? When an animal goes to a watering hole and looks at a threat and moves their child, there's videos you can even see when a child elephant is cornered, how the whole herd comes and protects it, right? So again, they reason, they live. Even there are animals that have children, that have societies that have a pecking order. There's a lion that's or for example, in gorillas you have the silverback. In lions you have a pride. You have the male that is the leader of the pride. They have a structure. Look at ants and how well developed their society is. Look at bees, right? So again, as an atheist, we don't see any reason, right? And even if you say the humans are more developed, why does it give us? Why does killing a human become immoral as an atheist? For example, if we look at societal benefit, what benefit are old people to society as an atheist, not as a Muslim?
Can still be taxpayers, what am I supposed to?
Nah, mostly they don't make much money. They just sit around taking welfare, or social security as you call it here.
Social benefits and the community.
What social benefits from an old person? They barely can't even walk around. You got to change their diapers. So why don't we just kill them? As an atheist, and not as a Muslim, wouldn't it be better for society if that old, senile, can't walk around person is just, and then we don't have to pay taxes for their medical bills? If you have somebody who's special needs, a person whose mental capacity is not there, what benefit are they to society? A paraplegic.
It still assumes that there's no social benefit. You can debate that there's a social benefit to them being there or existing.
What is the social benefit for their existence? A paraplegic, special eds retard.
You can interact with them, I suppose.
How is that a social benefit to interact? We don't interact with regular other people, right?
You can get a viewpoint from them that you can't from another person.
You can what?
You can gain a viewpoint from them.
They can't speak.
So a lot of words, but I don't know.
There is none. We don't kill them because Islamically we think it's wrong. Human life in the Quran is preserved. But if you take it from an atheistic point of view, there is no social benefit. It's only a drain on society, and killing them would make logical sense. If you're a Vulcan, right, it would make perfect sense, right? The death penalty, is it moral or immoral?
Depends who you ask.
Then that means there is no morality, right? Because if it depends, then it's subjective. That means your idea of morality would not meet mine. So according to me, you're immoral, and according to you, I would be.